This is part 2 to the BTK killings. Police had found semen at the scene of the Arturo killings, but no one was sexually assaulted. Dennis took a watch from the home and would acquire souvenirs, often underwears, from different victims. On April 4, 1974, Dennis would target a 21-year-old who was an employee at the Coleman Company. After breaking into her house, Kevin Bright, her brother, had encountered Dennis, and he fled with a bullet in his head. Unfortunately, Dennis would fatally stab Catherine Bright 3 times in the abdomen, where she later succumbed to her wounds. Kevin Bright would end up making a recovery. On October 1974, Dennis would introduce himself to the police. After a young man confessed to the Arturo killings along with 2 other friends, an editor at the Wichita Eagles receives a strange phone call that directs him to a mechanical engineering book at the Wichita Public Library. Police found the book with the letter wedged inside, which reads in part, "The 3 dudes you have in custody are just taking the publicity. The code words for me will be bind them, torture them, kill them. BTK, he will be at it again. They will be on the next victim." March 7, 1977, Dennis walks into a home where a 5-year-old opens the door. Dennis barricades the boys along with his 2 siblings before strangling his mother, Shirley Vianne. The children would eventually escape and provided police with a vague description of the killer. December 8, 1977, BTK reports his next victim after binding and strangling 25-year-old Nancy Fox. Dennis heads to a payphone to tell police about his handiwork. He bluntly told the 911 dispatcher that they would find a homicide at 843 South Pershing. January 31st, 1978, BTK reaches out with a poem. Wichita Eagles received an index card imprinted with a poem, Surely locks, wilt thou be mine. February 10th, 1978, BTK's threats are made public after another letter. Apparently angry by the lack of response in his last attempt, killer sends more direct messages to a Wichita-based TV news station. How many people do I need to kill before my name is in the paper or get some national attention? He also suggested some nicknames for himself: the BTK Strangler, the Wichita Hangman, and the Asphyxiator. The police chief at the time started to warn the public that the BTK killer can kill again. April 28, 1978, another target nearly misses BTK's next victim. Dennis lies in wait for Anna Williams and gives up. When the 63-year-old woman took too long to get home, he left. She will later find out her brush with death when she starts to receive several items by mail along with a poem. Now follow me for part 3 of the BTK killer.